quick as they possibly can.
Justin goes up against Gundry, goes towards Stone. He handballs it to Stein. Stein, his handball doesn't go anywhere, goes towards Gardner. And the umpire will come in, secondary bounce. So Dan O'Connor, the last to get off the pack. Throws it in the air. JJ takes it from the ruck contest. Fresh air shot. Handball came to O'Toole. Over the top towards Manning. Sits for him. Runs through centre half forward. Lead on from Tate. Goes in that direction. And takes the mark. Plays on quickly. Clifford in the pocket. Gets a hand to it. Then can't grab it. But then gives it over the top to Hayes, who handballs it back towards Manning.
To goal. Manning, was it?
It was Manning. And he has kicked his second. And the quick one for Corio to start the final term. They go to 16-15, 111, and they lead Thomson 8-11-59. Buckley's Entertainment Centre final quarter scoreboard, and it only took a minute.
Yeah, when they go forward to Jason, they don't seem to muck around too much with it, and it was pretty direct out there, out to Tate, good pair of hands out there. He seems to want to play on all the time, which is they're used to that, and they position themselves when he gets the footy.
You don't see this too often. Andrew Atchison coming off the ground.
No, never seen it.
Rod Peacock coming on. Back in the middle, Justin gets it down towards Gardner. Running through the middle, Cullen. Handball towards Ricky O'Toole. Handball towards Manning. Could do it again. Coming at him, Harris. Does well. Stone's there as well. Breaks free and gives it to Thorley.
Here's a chance.
He's got it on centre wing. Goes with the right boot. Downfield, said the umpire, against Dabrowski. And it will be a free kick. Down the field to Dean Oakley. Three-quarter time score at Victoria Park. North Geelong 9-9-63. They lead Bannockburn 6-13-49. So
the big fella will be pleased.
Bad kicking is bad football sometimes by the sounds of it for Bannockburn. Oakley comes in here, straight in front. I think he might have pushed it away again. It's pretty close.
I think it's a goal.
He's kicked one goal.
One.
8-12-60. Thomson. Corio 16-15 111. Buckley's Entertainment Centre final quarter scoreboard, 2.5 minutes played. Ricky Bigham from full-back for the Devils. Goes towards half-back and looking for Cullen in front. Punched away. Nick Maharis was good. Towards brother Troy. And punched away from him from Eldridge. Cornwall can't keep it in. And it'll be a boundary throw-in. So big pack between the boundary and the ruck contest between Oakley and Gundry. Gundry gets it down to Ricky O'Toole. Handball over the top to Manning. His handball towards Ricky Bigham. Oh, wrapped up by McLeod. Cullen in there supporting him though as well. He's wrapped up, gets a quick kick away, but only as far as Thorley. Takes the mark, gives it to Stone. He chips it over the top towards Savali Armstrong. Oh, thought about playing on, but he's held it up and will have a shot for goal from 40 metres out.
And he will have a shot. He'll give it a big fright. We haven't got him down for a goal today yet, have we?
No. So Armstrong comes in off a couple of steps, and that looks pretty good. He's kicked his first. And the ninth for Thomson. They go to 9-12-66. And they trail Corio 16-15, 111. Buckley's Entertainment Centre final quarter scoreboard, 4 minutes played.
Look, I think it's crucial at this point in time, Jason, that Thomson do put a 2 or 3 on top of one another at the moment, and because since half time it's sort of been just catch-up football, and Corio's got a goal, Thomson have got a goal. They've got to get 2 or 3 now, or even maybe 4, and probably put a bit of a scare into Corio if they can. And you've got to look for the games ahead, and they're going to have to play Corio later on in the season. And the more you can produce psychologically, you can always work on those sort of things.
So back in the middle, Justin Gundry gets it down. Stone's there as well. Cornwall on top of it again. Umpire says it's a hold, and will be a free kick to Cornwall.
One of the best games he's played for a long time, Nevada Cornwall.
Yep. So from that, gives it to O'Toole. That's Mark. Left foot kick towards the leader, Clifford. Punched away by Peacock. Hayes gets out there to half forward. Had it and lost it. Got it back. Handball backwards to Mark O'Toole again on centre wing. He handballs it further back to Cornwall. Tries to measure the pass. I think he was looking for Lindsay, but in the end it found Dabrowski. Still in the middle of the ground. Oh, just pops it up.
Matty.
Sets a task for Cullen. Thorley against him does well. Breaks free, handball to Daniels. Wants to get back onto his right boot. He handballs in the end towards Troy Maharis, who gives it towards Gardner. Gets past him. Now Ricky O'Toole. He tries to break the tackle from Gardner. Lindsay's in there fighting hard for it as well. Goes towards big JJ. His handball over the top. Lindsay does well. Handballs it towards Gundry. Goes wide looking for Bigham. Stein against him does well. Now Nick Maharis shuffles it to Stein. Handballs it back to O'Connor. He goes short. Looks for Forbes. He picks it up. Handballs it back to O'Connor. Onto the right boot. Goes towards half forward. Oh, over the head of Troy Maharis, and Makumara should be able to take that easily, and does so at half back. Now we go straight down the middle. Looking for Barry O'Toole against Burke. Harris taps it onto Stein, does well, handball it back to O'Connor. He goes across centre half back towards Bradley, taps it onto Gardner. Oh, good pick up off the bootlaces by Tim Gardner and runs away. Kick high towards half forward, coming at Oakley, can't take the mark. Through the middle, Eldridge, handball over the top, Manning's in there and half back. Breaks a tackle, goes towards Dabrowski off a standing start, flicks it out wide, good kick, good vision, finds Cornwall on centre wing, goes towards half forward. Coming out, Tate picks it up on the half volley, inside 50, left foot kick, back towards the middle of the ground. Coming at it, Justin couldn't take it. Third and line, Burke, handball to O'Connor at centre half back, the turnover. Thomson, go through the middle towards Troy Maharis, takes the mark. Dabrowski takes the mark. Now he goes long with the left boot towards Oakley, coming out 2-on-1. He goes up, great mark, Dean Oakley. And we'll shoot for goal from 40 metres out directly in front. Bigham in front and McNamara behind, and he took the grab. That was a good mark too. So Dean Oakley, who has kicked one goal this afternoon, directly in front. 40 metres out, comes in, and that's a better kick. And he's put it through for his second. And it's the 10th for Thomson. They go to 10-12-72. And they trail Corio 16-15, 111. Buckley's Entertainment Centre final quarter scoreboard, 7 minutes played.
Yeah, Dean's got a fairly heavy bandage on his knee there, or looks like it might be his shin more than the knee, but I'm not sure what the problem is there. But look, I'd be keen to throw him in the ruck and give him a go, and just let him run the rest of the game out in the ruck and get him into the play. And I think that's where his position's going to be at Thomson. I think they need someone there that can jump. When you see when Troy Grundy goes in there, they got this youth. They've got a bit of spring in their step, and they can get up and get the ball to the ground.
Back in the middle, Tate goes up, gets it down. Cornwall in there. O'Connor handballs it to Daniels. Short little kick to Stein. Handballs it outboard to Bradley. Off the back end of the centre square, goes long to half forward. McLeod up there. Also Forbes tries to tap it on, can't do so. Through the middle of the pack, McNamara got some support in Eldridge. He kicks it out wide. And a good diving mark taken by Ricky O'Toole. Handballs it outboard, looking for Ricky Bigham. He's handball to Cullen. It's okay. He goes short. Finds Manning at half forward. Barry O'Toole short. He got him as well. Mark O'Toole gives him a lead. Goes to brother Mark and he takes it.
We've got Lee Clifford
on the boundary line, and he chips it back into Matthew Cullen. Showing some good skills, aren't they?
Well, when you make so many options like that, Jason, it's hard to pick everyone up. And I would have thought that Mark would have went back and had a kick then. I mean, and that shows they're not predictable when they go forward. And as I say, you've got to be on your guard all the time. And I would have thought it would have straight into Lee Clifford there, but they've mixed it up. And if Matty can fix this up for a goal, it'll finish the game, finish the passage of play right off.
So Cullen, 30 metres out, comes in on an angle, and I think he might have missed it. He has. So they go to 16-16, 112 Corio, and they lead Thomson 10-12-72 on the Buckley's Entertainment Centre final quarter scoreboard. 10 minutes played. Yeah, Armstrong, good kick in, finds Stein on the boundary line at half back, handballs it inboard to Thorley. He goes short to Stone at centre half back, he takes the mark. She goes short over the top to O'Connor, handballs it inboard to Harris, who runs free, goes to the right foot kick towards Forbes at centre half forward over his head. Oakley comes out, tried to get it away, but only as far as Dabrowski got it towards O'Toole. Now Justin, kick back towards Gardner, pretty close to the boundary line. Ricky O'Toole tries to keep it in. He does and gives it to Dabrowski. Away to Bigham on half back. Drills it back inboard. Stone, put the hand up and did well. Now we can switch play to Armstrong. Inside the centre square at centre half forward. Todd McLeod gives him a lead. He goes in that direction. It's a good kick and he takes the mark. Oakley gave him a short lead.
Yeah, and a good passage of play there, Jason. They didn't waste the footy.
Oh, yes. And in the goal square, Troy Maharis, unattended, takes the mark. And he didn't like the treatment he got from Dabrowski coming in either.
Won't matter because 50 you'd been outside the ground to kick it. So,
so Troy Maharis, who hasn't kicked a goal today, should have no problems in putting the 11th on the board for Thomson. And does so. So his first. And the 11th for the Tigers. They go to 11-12-78. They trail Corio 16-16, 112. Buckley's Entertainment Centre final quarter scoreboard, 11 minutes played.
Yes, well that's two. They put two on before Corio's kicked the goal, so it's important they can play this game right out. And I mean that was probably a feature of their play which has been disappointing today. I felt they haven't been able to find their targets. On probably 4 occasions there they did. They found their target on every movement they used, and that's what Shane's starting to be pleased about, that at least they are finding their targets.
So waiting for the ball to come back. Don't forget at the end of the game we'll be having the final siren thanks to Exhaust Brothers, a wrap of the day in football. Having our Carrington Hotel Player of the Day for our 3-2-1, best player on the ground. And having a look at the other games in round 4 of the GDFL, the GFL and the Bellarine, and having a look ahead to the AFL tonight and tomorrow. Cal's left, he's had to go, and he's left because Richmond are down by 7 goals, and the bet's done me good today. I've done well. Back in the middle, O'Toole got a throw, said the umpire. So free kick to Thomson. Gardner gives it away to Daniels through the middle. Goes long with a kick towards half forward. Troy Maharis have to make up a bit of ground. Over the back, Forbes. Handball. Goes towards somehow Maharis. Goes towards Ruck now. Rides a bump. Kicks it towards centre wing. Barry O'Toole. Gardner got a hand to it. Now a foot race between him and Tate. Tate does pretty well to see him and the ball over the boundary line for a throw in. So it'll be Tate and Justin. I think there's a blood rule. It's Troy Maharis who is coming off the blood rule.
A little bit on the lip, is it?
Yeah. And Travis Randall coming on. So boundary throw in between wing and half forward. Tate. Justin pushes him in the back. No free kick. Tate's there. JJ as well running through the middle. Bigham comes at him. And they set over the boundary line for a throw in. At half forward this time for Thomson.
I think this thing's gone out of the game a little bit,
I think
Jason.
It has. I think it has. So a throw in again. Down towards Gardner. Gives it away to Stone. Breaks a tackle. Handball back to Thorley. Goes towards the pocket. Looking for Oakley again. Over his head and Kings. And McNamara sees it over the boundary line for a throw in. About 30 metres around from the Thomson goal. Justin works his way down there with Tate. Boundary umpire throws it in. Nick Maharis in the end gets the contest. O'Connor gives it away to Stone. Short little kick towards Forbes and he takes the mark 40 metres out directly in front. So we've been playing 14.5 minutes in the final term, and Thomson lining up for their 12th goal. Marcus Forbes comes in. I think he might have missed it. No, goal umpire says yes, one
Point.
behind. So they go to 11-13-79 now, Thomson. They trail Corio 16-16, 112. Buckley's Entertainment Centre final quarter scoreboard. 15 minutes played in the final term here at Shell Reserve. Danny Ruck with the football at fullback. Kicks it in towards the half-back flank. Poor kick off the boot. Nick Mahara sticks the hands up and takes the mark. Yeah, holds it up. There's not much to kick to.
No.
They're all standing behind him. He wants to switch play to Sabali Armstrong, which probably isn't such a bad move if it gets there. Lindsay got a hand to it. Thorley was there in support for Thomson from 50. Goes long, and it's a good kick for distance, but I think he's missed it again. And he has. And another behind.
That's his first behind, isn't it?
It is. Yeah. So they go to 11-14-80 now, Thomson. And they trail Corio 16-16, 112. Buckley's Entertainment Centre final quarter scoreboard. Barry O'Toole does the kicking in this time. Goes long towards Ruck and Maharis again, who goes up and plucks another one out, does he? No, the umpire says play on. Goes towards Dabrowski, gets tackled. Good tackle too by Maharis. Stone. Wide to nobody in particular. The boundary line probably. In the end, he'd be happy with that. As McNamara and Bigham we're going to pick that one up. And in the end, it's a throw in. Tate over the back to Gardner. Breaks free towards O'Connor. His handball. Oh,
Whoops.
is that a free kick? No. The umpire says it'll be his at half forward for Thomson. Would have been kicking in danger there, but no free kick forthcoming. So a ball up at half forward for the Tigers. Playing nearly 17 minutes in the final term. Justin gets it down to Mark O'Toole. And it'll be another ball up. Same spot.
Bit of a stalemate,
Yeah,
Jason, the
we'll
moment.
do it all again.
I've just got my eye on Aaron Bradley out there. He's going to move up the ground and there's no one on him.
Well, goes to the side of the pack to Stone. Tries to ride the bump from Lindsay. Can't do so. Held to him. And the umpire will do it all again this time. True centre half forward for Thomson. So the umpire balls it up. Over the top, Nick Maharis goes towards O'Connor. Over the top of the football, tries to get it free to Gardner. And the umpire will have to come in and do it all again. Watch for the free kick. It might be coming here now.
What's the three throw-ups and a free kick, is it?
Yep. That's usually the rule. Umpire throws the ball in the air. Comes towards Ricky Bigham, gets it free. Towards Harris, who takes the mark inside the centre square. Back towards half forward, Nick Maharis against Ruck. Goes up, can't take the mark.
Free kick.
Over the shoulder, said the umpire, and it will be a free kick to Nick Maharis at half forward. So from half forward, terrible kick off the boot. Matty Cullen, they raffle it. Coming through the middle was Oakley. Also there, Ricky O'Toole. Gives it away to Mark O'Toole. Goes to Dabrowski to half back. Towards Barry O'Toole at centre wing, and he can't take the ball with him. That's out of bounds. For a boundary throw in on centre wing. Commentary box side. Been playing 18 and a half minutes. 16-16, 112 Corio. Thomson 11-14, 80. Justin, Tate over the back, gets it down. Stone's there though. And ridden to the ground by Hayes. Ball held to him. And it will be a ball up. A ball up again. Justin stands his ground. Tate goes up, gets it down to the side of the pack. Charles, kick off the ground. Goes towards Barry O'Toole. Fights against a couple. One of them's Burke, who goes free. Kicks into the middle towards Armstrong. Put the hand up. And then got it again. Tries to break free. Handballs it backwards towards a call that came from Mitchell. Goes to Thorley. Kicks it around the corner towards Bradley. Up against Bigham. Bradley uses the body well. And it sits for him okay at half forward. Goes long towards the lead of Oakley from behind. Takes a good mark. And Matty King led him to the ball. Oakley was there and took a good mark over the back.
He's got a nice pair of hands. I think he kicked, would you say he kicked one from me 10 minutes ago?
He did.
So he's just got to remember what he did.
He's kicked 2 goals for the afternoon, lining up for goal number 3. Well, he's done the same thing because he's put it straight over the umpire's hat. His 3rd goal, and the 12th for Thomson. They go to 12-14-86. And they lead Corio 16-16. Sorry, they trail Corio 16-16, 112. Buckley's Entertainment Centre final quarter scoreboard, 20 minutes played. So 26 points the difference. I don't think Coach Tim Schwinnerson would be too happy with the way Corio finished this afternoon.
I mean, they just look like they're a little bit lethargic just at the moment too. They just, maybe they think they've got it in their keeping and just not working hard enough. And, there's nothing wrong with their fitness. They've shown that they were probably the fittest side early in the piece.
So back to the middle. JJ stands his ground, gets it down only as far as Lindsay. Handball from O'Toole to Tate. Through the middle, left foot kick. Harris can chop it off and take the mark for Thomson. Wants to switch play to Daniels. Good kick too, and Daniels takes the mark. He wants to go long to centre wing. Oh, sets Gardner a task up against a couple. Lindsay, off hands. Bigham's there. Handball. No, didn't come. It will be a boundary throw in on centre wing. Right in front of our commentary box. Tate over the back. Gets it down. Charles. Tackled by Daniels, past Harris. Stein comes off the half-back flank, sits through him okay. Tried to handball it back to Mitchell. His handball across centre half back to Bradley. Just gets his kick away under pressure, goes long towards Cornwall and also McLeod coming out. McLeod on centre wing now. Has to get away and does so. Shows a turn of speed and goes with the right foot long towards Forbes coming out. But the numbers with Corio and O'Toole. That's Mark. Gives it to cousin Ricky at centre half back and he drills it towards Tate up against a couple. O'Connor's there. Oh, he sat and waited for it and Tate didn't and came at him and he got it. Look at Gardner up against him. And the ball out of bounds for a throw in. He's a mean looking boy when he wants to tackle, doesn't he?
Poor old Tatey, she just better run out of petrol tickets then.
So boundary throw in. Gardner, Tate and Justin gives it towards O'Connor. His handball towards Harris. Going to be under pressure from Manning. Got his handball free only as far as O'Toole to Cullen. Cullen, can he get around? Kicks high in the air. Doesn't gain a lot of meterage. Barry O'Toole stands his ground. Mitchell against him. Coming through Bradley and Burke. Burke leaves it behind. Bradley's there as well. Handball to nobody in particular. Only as far as Amon Charles. Who, can he pick it up? No, he can't. He and Mitchell see it at the boundary line for a boundary throw in at half forward on the outer side for the Devils. Boundary throw in now. Gardner takes the ruck contest. Handballs it to Justin. Handball outboard to Bradley. A few steps towards centre wing. Ruck stands there and Cornwall also stands there. Takes the mark. Short little kick. He's alright to Ricky O'Toole. So on centre wing on the outer side, Ricky O'Toole's got it. It's going to go short to Ruck. He holds it up though now. Manning gives him a lead. He goes further afield looking for Gundry. Justin though chops it off and does well. Takes the mark at half back for the Tigers. So Justin on the left boot goes towards the centre of the ground. The lead from Nick Maharis up against Ruck. And also Lindsay through the middle. Daniels left it behind. Nick Maharis gives it to Thorley. Handball to Stone. On the right boot towards centre forwards. Okay to Armstrong. And somebody's yelled out, kick the goal. Probably not a bad thing.
We know they're not joking.
They're not joking either. He's the outside 50, but Spud kicks it all right. He's kicked one goal this afternoon. He's probably 60 metres out, 65 metres out, straight in front. Comes in, gives it everything he's got, straight through the middle, is it?
Yes.
It is. Oh,
just
touched on the line, Clinton Eldridge. So they go to 12-15-87 now, Thomson. Corio 16-16-112. Buckley's Entertainment Centre final quarter scoreboard, 25 minutes played. Now Mark O'Toole doing the kick in. They shuffle this around.
Yep.
And he kicks into Ricky Bigham. Bigham goes to Matty Cullen at half back, takes the mark. In front of Nick Maharis. Goes out wide looking for Tate. Takes the mark. Goes towards half forward. Gundry goes up over the back. Stone takes the grab. Drills it back towards centre half back. Thorley. Handball over the top to Gardner. Runs through the middle, takes a bounce. Handballs it to Armstrong. On the run from 60 this time. Comes in, loads it up, goes with a right foot kick. This time he's missed it as well.
He kicked it to 60 though.
Yeah, he kicked it easily. 1 goal, 3. His personal tally. They go to 12-16-88. They trail Corio 16-16-112. Buckley's Entertainment Centre final quarter scoreboard. 26 minutes played.
I know we sit in the box here, Jason, but both sides have missed a lot of relatively easy goals. They look easy from here, but there doesn't seem to be a lot of wind out there.
Mark O'Toole plays on, goes towards Tate. Justin through the middle. Handball, chopped off. Now Ricky O'Toole gives it away to McNamara. Goes out wide looking for Barry O'Toole. Got his hands to it. Gets a shepherd from Amon Charles. Goes with the right foot. Great kick to Gundry. And he takes the mark at half forward. Now Gundry goes long towards Clifford with the sit at the back. Off hands from Peacock and over the boundary line for a throw in. So about 15 metres around from the Thomson goal. Boundary throw in. Harris up against Clifford. The back Gardner. Push both of them in the back to break away and does so. Gets around from Gundry. Goes towards Justin. Picks it up. Gives it back to Gardner. Handball to Daniels. Under pressure. Handball to JJ. And he goes back in board looking for Armstrong. It's okay. He takes the mark. Switch play to Bradley. And he takes the mark inside the centre square. Goes long, the lead on from Oakley, goes in that direction, pushed over the top. Was that a push, said the umpire. Mark O'Toole takes the mark, McNamara can't believe it. Dean Oakley has the free kick. So he'll line up for goal number 4, Dean Oakley. 35 metres out, slide angle. Been kicking them from here for a while. Kicked a couple from this area in the last term.
He knows what to do.
So he comes in now.
The umpy does the same thing, stands at
attention. And sees he's kicked his 4th and the 13th for Thomson. They go to 13-16-94. They trail Corio 16-16-112. Buckley's Entertainment Centre final quarter scoreboard. 28 minutes played and it's only 3 goals of difference. And it's
But I mean, the way the ball's been played out there, moved around the ground, you wouldn't think so. You wouldn't think it was only 3 goals. A bit more enthusiasm, I think, out there. I mean, what is it? 5 minutes ago, you can kick 3 in 5 minutes.
So back in the middle, Gundry gets it down towards O'Toole. Over the top to Gardner. His handball to Thorley on centre wing. Goes towards Bradley, put a hand up, couldn't take the mark against Lindsay, who does well, plays for a free kick and got one. And we'll take it at half back, plays on quickly, handball to Cornwall, pretty close to the boundary line. Charles gives him a good shepherd. He goes back towards Harris at half back for Thomson, got a bit of time now. Handballs it over the top, Gardner on centre wing. He's going to take a bounce, elects to go with a kick though, long, the lead on from Forbes, goes in that direction, can't take the chest mark, good roving Dan O'Connor. And Todd McLeod goes back towards, through for a goal.
Kicks a goal.
So Dan O'Connor has kicked his first. And the 14th for the Devils, 14-16-100. And Corio 16, 16, 112. So 12 points of difference. Buckley's Entertainment Centre final quarter scoreboard.
I mean, if they get one,
30 minutes.
one out straight out of this centre bounce, it'll bring.
It's amazing.
It's amazing.
It's
I
only
don't
2
believe
goals
it.
of difference.
It's amazing, isn't
They
it?
have kicked 6 goals to 1 in the last quarter. Thomson. So they need to get this centre clearance now. Make it real interesting. Justin up against Gundry. Goes to Barry O'Toole, does well, gives it a Hayes. That could be it. He goes long. That's all they need. Burke in front though, takes a good mark. Need to play on at all costs now. Thomson. He goes wide, looking for Thorley at half back. Takes the mark. They need to move it on though. Time is against them. Nick Maharis gives him a lead. He goes in that direction now. Up against Ruck. He goes up. No mark. Off hands at the back of the pack. He does well to dive on it. Push 3. Bradley is over the top of it, as is Ruck, and there's the siren. And that's full time in our match day coverage, and it is Corio 16, 16, 112. They have defeated Thomson 14, 16, 100 by 12 points. In that final term, Thomson kicked 6 goals, 5, and Corio managed 1 goal, 1, and the difference is 12 points in the end. The goal kickers for Corio, 4 goals each to Lee Clifford and Mark O'Toole, 3 to Barry O'Toole and 2 each to Kane Hayes and Shane Manning, and a single goal to John Bolchevac. While for Thomson, 4 goals to Dean Oakley and 2 goals to Nick Maharis and 2 to Todd McLeod. Singles to Sabali Armstrong, Troy Maharis, Rod Peacock, Stevie Daniels, Dan O'Connor and Tim Gardner. In the end, it was a 12-point win to Corio. They keep their unbeaten record intact, 16, 16, 112. They defeated Thomson 14, 16, 100. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have the final siren. Thanks to Exhaust Brothers. We'll have our wrap of the day.